Now, we have a clip here from a driver. We had to edit this up a little. He's very passionate. He goes on for a while about this. It's about 2 minutes long, but I think that it's important to hear this man's voice and what he has to say. So let's roll the clip, then we'll discuss.
Being I don't haul that load back to Charlotte no more, I pick up a load of flowers down here and I take it to Publix every time I'm down here. I called yesterday and done got it in the works for me to pick up tomorrow down there with my load of flowers that delivers Monday morning to Publix. You know, it ain't the best of rates. Now, it ain't. It pays anywhere from $1,800 to $2,000 to take that load of flowers up there at Publix. Little old gal calls me about 2 hours ago and said, "Scotty, there's a guy called me needing that load." And she said, "Honey," and she said, "I told you you could have it, but," she said, "he really, really needs it. And long story short, can you do it for what he priced it to do it?" I said, "Well, depending on what he priced it for. Why in the hell do you gotta cut rates when the load pays $1,800 to $2,000, which ain't no good money, but in Florida right now, that's good coming out. But you cut the load down to $800 to go up there. Man, it's 820 miles from where it picks up to where you got to take it to." I said, "Well, honey, I ain't trying to burn no bridges or nothing, but if he can do it, please let him do it for 800. Maybe his fire will blow on the way or whatever, and learn the valuable lesson that keep cutting these rates. You're just killing the damn industry. I can't do it. I'm not doing it. I'll dead hit this. I don't give a if I had to deadhead it to Texas. I'm not hauling cheap freight."
You heard it from there. He also goes on how he's going to write a book and how other drivers have to be smart and not take the cheap freight. But it's also a reality of the market right now. Justin, break it down for me.
So I used to drive team when I was hauling A&E with a guy who, before coming into that, hauled flowers. A lot of those runs are team. You know, you pick up at the nurseries in South Florida and you run them up to the Northeast, and they got to be there overnight. Because unless you're hauling like a reefer trailer and you can keep the stuff refrigerated. So runs like that used to pay great. But as we've seen over the last few years, we have so much capacity to market right now that rates have pretty much just completely bottomed out. And as you see, you know, you got a guy that's in Florida, thinks he's got a decent load, but he's got someone else that's willing to do the load for even cheaper just to get out of Florida. Yeah. That's going to bring rates down for everybody.
I mean, and that's nothing new about Florida. That's nothing new about a fluctuating market. Do you think here he's comparing this too much to also very unusual rates that happened during the peak just a couple years ago?
I don't know, because it sounds like he's been in this for a while. Yeah. So you're competing with people who rushed into the market when rates are really high. Equipment's really expensive for them. Their operating costs are going to be a lot higher than yours. So when they're cutting rates even lower than what you would normally run loads for, it's kind of like, what's the point of even competing with these guys?
Mike Williams, he says, here's the question: is the guy who cut the rate desperate or stupid? It doesn't matter. Yeah. An old mate said, well, this clown is busy getting broke. He's killing you in the market. The broker doesn't care. She just made bank, but he admits he's been doing the same work for less and less himself. It's tough. It's a downward cycle, and sometimes you have to keep dropping your thresholds. I don't know if the broker's necessarily making bank, though. Because the broker still has to contend with the shipper who may not want to be paying that much.
Exactly. And if you're taking the risk of going with a cheap carrier, and like you said, maybe the guy's equipment's not that great, he's going to have a blown tire. Good luck getting that load there on time. You know, you really get what you pay for a lot of times with these carriers. So if you got a guy that you've been relying on for a while, why would you take the risk of, sure, you're going to pocket a little more money now, but you're putting everything else on the line because now your customer might not trust you booking their loads with you next time.